It's Good News Week. Thank you. Melbourne.
Welcome to Good News Week. Coming tonight from the Melbourne International Comedy Festival Recovery Party. And the big news? Australia's biggest nerd. And he's right here in Melbourne. Jonathan Oxer has wired his entire house to a central processor. The doorbell is linked to the TV, the bathroom scales talk to the computer, and a microchip embedded in his left arm opens the front door. A microchip embedded in his arm to open the door. So what? I have 5 digits genetically attached to my arm that can do the same thing. And this. The house has everything. A magnetic switch inside his letterbox detects when mail is inserted. And a similar one on his girlfriend detects when a tongue... I'm just kidding, he doesn't... He doesn't have a girlfriend. If all that technology is not for you, Japanese scientists have invented intelligent spectacles that remember where you put your keys. Yeah, looks like all those years harvesting blubber and tasty whale flesh have finally paid off. And they're designed by computer scientists, so you know they're fashionable. But it's not just the keys. They'll also remember where you last saw your handbag, iPod or mobile. The only thing the glasses can't help you find are your glasses, your dignity, or your dwindling self-respect. Here's something you probably didn't know. In Iraq, the US offers detention centre inmates a wide range of educational programs. Take it from the reaction, you didn't know about that. The only problem is, even when they're free to go, the detainees want to stay behind bars so they can finish their studies. And their pipe bombs. Plus, many of them are only just mastering the naked human pyramid in gym class. Although it's hard for students to know their grade because the US teachers aren't allowed to leave marks. If the Iraqis want to stay locked up, they have to convince the Yanks they're still a threat, which usually just involves going up to an American and saying, "Hi, I'm a Muslim." And that's the good news.
It's Good News Week. Someone dropped a bomb somewhere contaminating the atmosphere and blackening the sky. It's Good News Week. Someone found a way to give the running dead a will to live, go on and never die. It's Good News Week. It's Good News Week.
Thank you. Good evening. Tonight, in the eyes of God and 2,000 of our closest and dearest friends, please make welcome the Beastmaster, Mr. Mikey Robbins. From New York and soon to be seen on Network 10 in The Flight of the Conchords. She's really not a horse. She is Kristen Schaal. And coming to the Enmore Theatre in Sydney, if it's not sold out yet, oh, wait, it is, Ross Noble. And they're locking horns with the Mistress of the Dark, Claire Hooper. Coming soon to the Cracker Comedy Festival in Sydney, the gorgeous Josh Thomas. And from New York, the evil stand-up genius that is Eddie Ifft.
I'd like to point out at this stage that Melbourne has had a blackout. There's been an electrical blackout, so I haven't seen any news at all. So this should be fun. Hey! essentially, we'll be representing the Amish here this evening. What I'm hoping for is I'm hoping some barn-related humour, and if at any point you want me to build a barn, bang, I'm on it. But if it's anything to do with current affairs, I even rang the town crier and said, could you come round? He had a tickly throat. It's no good. I've actually got a picture of Melbourne. There it is.
We haven't even started, and you've already got 10 points.
Yes.
Do you make up these rules as you go along?
Yes. Shall we begin the show, ladies and gentlemen? Yes? We kick things off first with What's the Story?
Yes,
Mikey, Kristen, Ross. Log on.
You log on.
Cover it up with some glitter.
Could I just be excused for a few minutes?
What's it about?
Well, obviously it's nerds, the internet, and titties. I arrest Mike. I'm no fancy city lawyer, Paul, but...
Story of your life.
That would be a terrifying concept if you were a city lawyer. Could you imagine the judge would go, approach the bench and 2 glitter cannons would go off.
Yes. To answer the question...
Why?
We've already
It's
got...
something to do with boobs, isn't it? There was a drawing there of a lady with boobs. And traditionally, I favour the ladies with boobs. I do, to be honest with you. The ones without boobs, men. That's the... And I'm not going to fall for that one again, I can tell you that. So, it's... yes.
Basically, these nerds have set up this website where you sort of answer questions about women's body types, and it's a little creepy.
Well, I don't think women's bodies have been under enough scrutiny. I really don't.
That's our story, and we're already 10 points ahead, so we're sticking with it.
Yeah. Basically, it's a story about how sad that women's bodies have not been objectified enough, so 2 men went off to start a website to do so. Thanks, Claire.
Sort of closer. It's lucky you've got those 10 starting points, because I'm not going to give you any for that.
Can we take it?
Yeah, go on.
Is there an internet site for kids where they, like, get points and they can buy, like, plastic surgery and things as girls? Is that it?
It's something called Bimbo.
Yes, thank you very much. Oh, look at that.
This is why I wasn't across it. I didn't realise that there were sex sites on the internet.
You must not be a teacher in Australia.
This is going to be good. Parents' groups in Britain have condemned an internet game in which girls as young as 9 are encouraged to buy virtual bimbos, facelifts, breast enlargements. You can compete against other players to earn bimbo dollars. So you can dress your bimbo in sexy outfits and take her out clubbing. And you lose bimbo dollars every time she throws up, passes out, or exposes her flange to the paparazzi.
Is that clubbing kind of like SEAL clubbing, or you take them to a... I'm just asking because I play Grand Theft Auto, where you take the hooker out of the car and you beat her and take your money back. It's only a game. It's just a game. Or training, as we call it in some places.
That's not a computer game. That's a night out with Wayne Carey, that.
Player Josh Eddy, gaze deeply into this.
Oh, somebody pointing at a screen. Okay, so...
In Italy.
Really? How did you know it was Italy?
It said Italy.
Oh, I'm not paying enough. There's a dog. No, it's not. It's a hat. I can't tell what's going on.
It's those sneaky Italians shopping again. When will they learn?
Good.
I have no idea what I just looked at.
All right.
No idea.
Bear with us.
Yeah, we'll get to this. It's only going to take about another 4 hours.
No, I only...
This could be the most patient comedy audience I've ever seen.
So, where are you from?
I think what we're trying to say is we don't know.
No. Would it be some guy in, and I think it was Italy, was hypnotising shop assistants You know, like rather than using a gun, was using hypnosis to hold up shop assistants. So he's going, look into my eyes. These apples are free. And she'd go, yes, they are. Have
It's exactly
$20.
what George Bush did to my country. And John Howard. And John Howard, so.
I don't know what you're talking about, Eddie.
They do have it, ladies and gentlemen. Italian police are hunting a man who allegedly hypnotises supermarket cashiers into handing over hundreds of dollars.
Wow.
You are so amazed you're right.
Hypnotising people into giving away their cash is a time-honoured Italian tradition, although usually it's called the collection plate.
Oh, troll.
One, yes. Knocked down the Catholic Church. The man is believed to be in his 40s, of Indian or Pakistani origin, with a beard, a top hat, twirly moustache and big orange swirly eyes. So after one awesome sideshow-tastic round of Good News Week, the Robbins team are on 20 points. And the Hooper team are on 18 points. Thank you. During the break, as we held a much better 2020 summit, both teams were given 3 clues to a recent strange but true story. Robbins, Schaal and Noble have ice cubes.
The frozen giant's tears.
A ginger wig.
Nicole Kidman in the early years.
What? Thanks, mate. And this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll send an SOS to the world. I'll send an SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets my. I hope that someone gets my message in a bottle.
I don't remember the police ever finishing the song like that.
And Hooper, Thomas and Ifft got a canine restraint device.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like my 5th S&M style clue in some time.
Yeah.
This is what our troops use in Iraq. Oh, come on, it's an Abu Ghraib joke. Come on.
A glow-in-the-dark weapon.
Huh? Ladies?
And that is how fast it is when you're 20 years old, too.
Yeah, that's pretty much, that's the best thing that's happened to me all day.
Is it green, too? Because you should probably go to a doctor if it is.
Yeah, no, I think I have not had enough sex to have a green penis.
And diverting tension away before Josh falls apart completely.
I gotta sing. This is the first time I've ever sang for this many people or talked while drum beats were going, but okay. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh Lord, I don't want to stop.
Eddie Ifft. We'll come back to all that sheer excitement a bit later on. To start round 2, the game is called Warren. I think you're the Kiss Army of comedy. 3 headlines about the same subject, but their identity has been brilliantly concealed by the name... You're always there for me. Ross, for you. Warren to get a call from a higher power. Survey says Americans placing family and friends ahead of Warren. Why the Kingdom of Warren is experiencing explosive growth. In Australia, who is that Warren?
Survey said Americans placing family and friends ahead of a speeding vehicle. It's a bit of fun, you know. It's a, you know, right, I'm going to run at you and then jump out the way. You know, it's like Nintendo Wii, but a bit more high stakes, you know. Why the Kingdom of arse parts? To be honest with you, it's about this time I was kind of hoping for a barn raising. It's something to do with our Lord and Saviour, Jesus, who stole his look off me. Is it something to do with Jesus Churchy God, man, Popey Jesus God Church? Yes, Popey Jesus God Church.
It is one of them. If you could just narrow it down to just one word, that'd be just helpful.
Popey Jesus God. God! It's God. It's definitely God. And I'd just like to point out the danger of mentioning God, because there's an acoustic guitar under this desk and I'm this close from singing Kumbaya.
I'll sing it.
Okay. Yeah. Even God would go, I don't exist.
Can we reveal that Warren, please? Yes, he has it. It is God. The Courier Mail newspaper ran a story the other day about a guy who didn't turn up at court to traffic offences because he says he's God and above the law, and specifically above Queensland law. Nothing too strange about that. It is Queensland after all. Except the article contained this. A solicitor said he didn't doubt the man genuinely believed he was God, pictured.
Jeez, I tell you what, they've got one hell of a court artist.
God pictured. Well, there you go. Not so mysterious after all. It's fair to say God's not happy with the picture. It just makes her look like one tough lesbian. Ready for some Warren, Mr. Ifft?
Let's go.
Warren to be rated in US films. Quit Warren by text. US drinkers, upstage, Warren ban. Any ideas?
Let's start with, they've all got to be the same, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because I could do one for each. Quit dwarf tossing by text. Yeah, we got to get off that.
I quite like that Warren is only a small misspelling from Warnie for that top one. Is that what you thought? I'll quit Warnie by text. Sorry, Warnie, it's over.
That's never going to work.
Warnie works for all of them.
Maybe it's actually predictive text, and it figured that out.
Yeah. I know one of these, and it's a really interesting story.
Well, I know from being in America that they should stop people rollerblading in Speedos, because I recently saw that, and if they could maybe send you a text message, or to him, and just tell this one gentleman to stop rollerblading by my house every day in a Speedo. It's making me sick.
You do know that in this country, he's actually a high-speed budgie delivery service.
This story, US drinkers upstage Warren ban, it's about a smoking ban, and bars in the US have gotten by on a technicality which says that actors are allowed to smoke on stage. So they've started calling their bars theatres so that people can smoke inside. How awesome. I mean, it's not awesome, obviously, because it's really hard to do Shakespeare through a tracheal tube.
That would be great to see, though, wouldn't it?
Now, it's the winter about this content.
Is that the answer? Did we...
quit smoking by text.
But
That's
how do you
not
quit
news.
smoking by text?
That probably some hippie shit. I don't know.
You probably...
Can we see if they're right? Unmasked Warren. Yes. In Minnesota, bars have found an ingenious way to get around a ban on smoking. Performers in theatrical productions are exempt from the ban, so the bars are now calling themselves theatres and their customers actors. Apparently the smoking ban doesn't apply to the theatre because deep down everyone really wants actors to die. But be warned, the bar shows contain drug use, incoherent rambling, violence, vomiting and public urination. It's like a night out with your favourite AFL team. The Robbins team are on 25 points, the Hoopers team 23 points. After the break, buzzers of death.
You look like the guy in Jaws that just held up the cord and held Jaws off.
That's my best Doctor Who work. And now, buzzers of death. I hate it. Kristen and Josh will face off over a series of multiple choice questions. We're not using the Darwin Awards this time, but don't despair. All the questions do feature people removing themselves from the gene pool in very special ways. So let's check those buzzers. Kristen?
You weren't kidding.
Well, it was a good thing my hand wasn't there. Someone perhaps could have warned me about that. As it is, my monkey paws did get slightly singed. Okay. Josh?
It's like a cheap production of Harry Potter.
First question, do it yourself. In Missouri, a man trying to install a satellite TV system in his house found it was harder than he thought. Did he, A, fall off the roof and land face first on the not yet installed satellite dish? B, attempt to connect the power directly to the high voltage cables in the street? Oh yes, we laugh now.
How vaguely apt.
Or C, try to punch a hole through the wall by firing a shot which hit and killed his wife. Oh! Well, the exploding hands say it was Josh by a millisecond. Yes, Josh.
I'm gonna go, it's America, C.
Oh.
Yeah, guns, that's what they do. Hey, you know when... Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Laugh at the tragedy. Yeah. Just laugh and laugh.
It just must be so hard for you how consistently shit America is.
Yeah. That would be really funny if I didn't have a gun, Josh.
Whatever.
Next question, click-clack. In Wellington, a bloke by the name of Ivan, who'd been fined 32 times in 5 years for not wearing a seatbelt, had a bit of an accident. What happened next? A, he got involved in a high-speed chase with the cops, went around a sharp corner and fell out of the car. B, he collided head-on with another vehicle while wearing a fake seatbelt that he used to fool police. Or C, while driving home from his latest court appearance, he hit a sheep and went straight through the...
I just really enjoy the fact it might hurt you.
The scary thing about that one, the desk did genuinely almost catch
I know.
fire. It genuinely did.
I know, a little bit of pee came out.
That would have been fine. It would have doused the flames.
What is the answer?
B, I don't know. B.
Let's see.
The effort you would go to create a fake seatbelt and stick it on, you'd think you could just put on a life-saving device in that amount of time, wouldn't you?
Not now he's dead. Next question, backyard blitz. In the UK, a monk met a sticky end while doing the gardening at a peace temple. What went horribly wrong? A, he thought his whippersnipper was broken and brought it up to his face to have a closer look. B, he fell under the blades while trying to get back on his runaway ride-on mower. Or C, he severed his left foot with a mattock due to his vow of silence. Couldn't call for help.
That's bright, isn't it?
Now 3 wishes you will be granted.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna say C, because I just thought that was so poetic, and he'll definitely come back, you know, as some maybe a goat, so he could get back at the garden.
You know, just because you are a guest and from America and work with the fabulous Flight of the Conchords, I'm going to give you one last crack at it.
I think you should say what you said to me backstage before.
Oh, no, I can't.
Yeah, Kirsten said possibly one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Ever in my life. Tell them what you said. I thought she was going to go, this show's a lot of fun. You know, I'm having good... Tell them what you said. Out of nowhere.
I said I was terrified that I was going to yell penis up here.
Is that why you came here from America? You're no longer welcome on American stages because you keep yelling penis.
Yeah.
Same with me.
Do we have an answer? I think I've made it incredibly simple, and an answer would be good any time.
But probably B.
Most likely B, but we're not sure.
They have it, ladies and gentlemen. Kristen, Schaal. Last question. In Wales, 34-year-old Adam Dealey died after accepting a challenge at a party in his local cafe. How? A, his bladder exploded after he drank an estimated 9 litres of Earl Grey tea. B, he had a stress-related heart attack while trying to hold onto a scone he'd picked up with his buttocks. Or C, he choked to death during a contest to see who could eat the most fairy cakes. Oh, it's magic.
Okay, I would say C, just because you would think fairy cakes were so delightful, but those are the ones that'll get ya. Yeah.
Let's see it, ladies and gentlemen. Is she right? Yes, Adam Dealey choked to death at a party during a fairy cake eating contest. And so Small Spongy Confectionery claims yet another life. It gives a whole new meaning to stuffing your cake hole, doesn't it? The desperate efforts to clear his airway left police uncertain as to what exactly killed him, choking on the cakes or being hung from a tree and beaten like a pastry-filled piñata. Go wild for them, and for them they got 10 points apiece, ladies and gentlemen. And this is always the climactic end to this particular little piece, the buzzers of death, where I cross the wires. Join with us. Hopefully we'll all be here after this.
Don't do it!
Yeah, seriously.
Do it!
I like your attitude. Okay, here we go. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, it's all right. That's not bad.
That's not funny!
I'm burning! I'm burning!
It's good news.
The name of the game is the usual suspects. Mikey,
Yes.
what's missing from this lineup? We have
Yes.
a cuckoo clock, cheese,
Yes.
and a knife. What comes next?
A cheese-powered clock knife.
All three are fun to mug people with. Yeah. Because a knife, people are expecting, you know, cheese, what? But, you know, the cuckoo clock, you stand there and they're just going, what? And then bang on the hour.
Oh, well, it is obviously the common thread is Swiss and Swiss inventiveness, and I believe the Swiss, for reasons only known to the Swiss, have invented a tiny, tiny gun.
That's it?
What? Tiny, tiny gun?
I think that's
Tiny,
it.
tiny gun?
Tiny, tiny, tiny gun.
It's part of the blue and grey. It's for shooting holes. It's for shooting tiny holes in cheese, I suppose.
Or when a cuckoo comes at you, come on.
Do you reckon the guy who makes cuckoo clocks works in 1 hour bursts, runs out, does a bit of hammering, then goes back inside? Yeah, I think I read somewhere, but for some reason, I'm not quite sure why, they've made some tiny weapon, some tiny gun.
Let's see if Mikey's right.
Well, hang on. That's no proof there. They might have just genetically modified a massive man.
Mikey was right. It is the latest and greatest invention from Switzerland, the Swiss minigun. Looking for a present for the idiot who has everything? Then what about the world's smallest working revolver? It's only 5.5 centimetres long, which makes it an ideal first firearm for toddlers. You can use the minigun to hold up the mini-mart, steal the minimal takings, make a getaway in a Mini Cooper, and end up in minimum security wearing a Mini for some guy called Max. Claire, your usual suspects are Tang, the yummiest powdered orange drink ever. Mia, the finest Russian space station ever. And the Beatles, the fabbest 4 ever. What comes next?
Yeah, I guess it's all about stuff that's been sent into space. I believe this is about sending something out there to discourage people to come to our consumerist world. I believe that a TV commercial has been sent out into space. I don't fully understand why.
Is it that call, carpet, call, the expert?
Is it a commercial like that they're going, hello, people from outer space, we are the world, don't come here?
No, I believe it's a commercial for Doritos. Like I said, I don't understand.
But everybody
I just
loves
know that
Doritos.
They've sent it.
They're the ultimate in triangular snack. Surely they...
Oh, but are they? What about cheese on toasties cut in half?
Yeah, but does it have a Mexican twist? Unless you have to put a chihuahua on it. That's the only thing that beats Doritos for Mexican excitement is a toasty with a tiny dog on.
Can we see if Claire is right? It is Doritos, the corniest corn chip ever. Just when you thought mankind might be running out of great ideas, a British ad for Doritos is going to be the first ever commercial beamed into space. At least the aliens will learn more about one of the key ingredients in the nachos they keep finding in American anal probes.
That's going to be great, though, isn't it? When the aliens arrive and when we've all seen them on the films and that, and the big heads and the tiny, skinny little bodies, cut to like 100 years later, just bags of Doritos and big fat bodies. That's brilliant on Earth.
Yeah.
What sort of aliens would see an ad for Doritos and travel 42 light years to get them? Very stoned ones. Which means they'd never get here. They'd just be sitting in their UFO, looking at the wormhole, going, wow. The scores at this fundamental and crucial part of the game. 45 for them, 43 for them.
It's good news week.
Strange but true is next.
It's good news week.
Strange but true is the game. Mikey, Kristen, Ross, your clues were the ice,
Oh, one went under the desk.
The wig.
Nothing to say about this.
And that song.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll send an SOS to the world. I'll send an SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets my message in my box. So okay, right, here we go. We're going to do one more, but this is going to be the super fast one. It's going to be, what, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Where's it? Find you.
It's up. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2.
This is interesting, isn't it?
Ross,
It's only... you've got
talking
it. That's
to
right.
Kristen.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway,
Rubbish.
turns out I don't need a mic. Fine. I'll just shout.
Do you think anyone in the land of television will notice? Maybe gaffer tape it to your chest and...
What is the
And you are beautiful. No matter what they say.
Actually, no, I have a vague idea. Ginger wig, ginger beer.
Yes.
Bottle,
Continuous.
ginger beer.
Stretch.
Ice. For some reason...
Iceland.
Well, close enough. New
A
Zealand.
ginger man in Iceland had an affair with Sting. Sorted. Lovely.
I think it's a New Zealand story that the police were doing a crackdown on ice, on people manufacturing ice, and they got their wires mixed up, and for some reason they arrested some little old lady that was making ginger beer.
Well, how do... Like, maybe that was a front for her making ice in the basement. I think people give little old ladies too much credit.
Okay.
That's right. That's what we think it is.
They have it. Make them stop. In Hamilton, New Zealand, a crack team of security guards showed rare skill after stumbling across what they thought was a drug lab, but which turned out to be a homemade ginger beer still. Turned out the meth in the meth lab was short for Methodist. As they approached the building, the cops thought the occupants were onto them when someone yelled, "Here comes the fizz." Claire, Josh, Eddie, you had the restraint device, the glow-in-the-dark weapon, and this.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to sing again? I might need that microphone, though.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, oh Lord. I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own two eyes. So you can wipe off your grin. You can put that back in your pants. I'm getting back on the stage. I've been drinking a lot lately, people. I think we did it there.
I hate to tell you this, but actually, in America, we use that song. We don't, when we have drunk driving, they don't give them a breathalyzer, they play that song. And you know when it comes to the drum solo, where everybody goes, dun, 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 dun. If you do that, you're drunk.
Suddenly I'm Jewish.
Can we use their props? Because if we can, maybe there's something to do.
Okay, everyone stay in your seats. I've never said it before, but I think the show tonight is cursed.
Maybe it has something to do with Chewbacca.
Feel the force, you ginger man. Feel it. Yes.
Do we have an answer?
So, well, I have this suspicion that maybe it's as sexual as Eddie's performance was. And, you know, like, it's not funny that this is Josh's penis, because it is actually representative of an overused... No, an overused penis, so not yours.
I've had sex with 3 actual alive human women.
Wow,
Whatever.
we didn't
no
ask.
big deal.
Okay, all right.
And when they find out, they're going to be furious. Thank you for the points.
So, there was that story about the park, and I'm talking in Holland. People were having a lot of sex in the bushes of this particular park. Also, sometimes people would walk their dogs and let them off the leash. Now, that's a problem. So what did they do? They legislated that, in fact, it is allowed to have sex in the bushes of this park, but people must keep their dogs on leashes.
What if you're having sex with a dog?
There's no reason why you can't be using a leash and being a responsible pet owner.
At least that way you know it's not going to get away. They have it, ladies and gentlemen, sadly. In one of Amsterdam's most famous parks, it's now illegal for dogs to be off the lead, but it's legal for humans to have sex. Homeless winos have never had it so good. The council voted to allow public fornication in Vondel Park, which has about 10 million visitors a year, soon to be 20 million. At the same time, the council promised to ban owners who let their dogs run free. Well, you know what it's like. A dog sees someone having fun, they just want to join in. And there's nothing more off-putting than when you're naked in the middle of a park trying to have sex than the sudden appearance of a cold, wet nose. After the break, Dirty, Sexy, Fast Money. Games, Dirty, Sexy, Fast Money. Here we go. In Ohio, a man is facing public indecency charges after his film doing what in a local park?
Being naked. Shagging. A dog.
Walking his dog.
Having sex with a picnic table. In the UK... What? Don't ask.
Was it Yogi Bear?
In the UK, drug dealers are posing as disabled people and transporting their merchandise in what?
Colostomy bags.
We know that it's one of mobility scooters.
Mobility scooter. Can you read over my shoulder?
Yes.
Okay. 2 points for honesty. Researchers have translated an ancient clay tablet that depicts an asteroid destroying which famous... Which famous... It doesn't really matter that much.
I know, because I can't
Remind us of what?
Which famous what?
Researchers have translated an ancient clay tablet that depicts an asteroid destroying which famous biblical cities?
I don't know, but there is a picture of Bruce Willis in the background going, I'll help.
Anybody?
Jerusalem.
Rome.
Come on.
Babylon.
Las Vegas.
The Marquis de Sade particularly liked one of them.
Sodom.
Yes,
Gomorrah.
and? Thank you.
Thank you.
2 points. Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom and Gomorrah. They're my legal team.
Scientists at Newcastle University in the UK have created a hybrid embryo made up of what?
Oh, slutty women.
No.
Have you been to Newcastle?
Yes, it's my hometown, you chicky yak bastard. Get out. Get out. Out. Ooh.
It's a cow. It's a half cow. It's a half cow, half human. It's stem
Yes.
cell.
Actually, I think I went out with her. It was handy for the milk, I can tell you that. What?
So, in the Holy Hall tonight, Mikey Robbins, Kristen, Schaal and Ross Noble scored a merry 63 points. Stonking Claire Hooper, Josh Thomas and Eddie Ifft on a miserable 58 points.
Congratulations. Well played. Well played.
Have you had a look at 10.com.au/GNW yet? Well, I haven't either, but someone should eventually. And we say thanks for having us, Melbourne. It's been lovely. And we leave you with the good news for the week ahead. Kevin Rudd's 2020 summit will get off to a slow start when most of the nation's best and brightest get lost in Canberra's road system and can't find the venue. Charles and Camilla will celebrate their 3rd wedding anniversary with an organic carrot cake and a plate of sugar cubes. Because they're horseshit. And Suri Cruz will turn 2. Or 75 million in Thetan years. And she'll utter her very first word to Mum Katie. Run. Good night. Thank you.